Hey everybody, welcome back to the Raw Food Muscle. I'm your host Santiago, and today we're in my yard. I want to show you guys one of the things that I've had done. I had changed around some of the positioning of where I had planted some of the strawberries. I had a lot of strawberries in my backyard. Not sure if you guys remember, but it wasn't getting a whole lot of sun back there, and so I figured if I move them up front, they were getting a lot more sun because my front yard faces a lot of the southern sun exposure, so it'd be a good chance for them to get that real sun that they really need. And plus, I mean, I started off with like 30 tomatoes, and I grew, they spidered out to like 150 strawberry plants, and so I actually gave a lot of those strawberry plants to my neighbors. And you know, because I don't have a whole lot of room for it, and I noticed last year that a lot of the birds were coming in there because I had spaced them out probably, I don't know, maybe a foot apart or something like that. So there was a lot of room for the birds to walk in through there and just pick through all the strawberries, and same thing with the rabbits. So this year I planted them out front, and then I kind of compact them closer together. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. As you can see here, this is where I planted some of my strawberries, and some of them are growing a little bit now. They still got a little ways to grow, but like I said, I can put them in a more compact space, so that way, you know, no critters go in between there. And plus I got a secret weapon. I got 2 cats now, so they're on the prowl and they looking out for me. They looking out for my stuff. So that's a good thing about getting cats. If you think about getting cats and you got a garden, that's a plus. Okay. All right. So as you can see, I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but these are the smaller strawberries. They're not ready to be picked yet. This is some of the bigger ones here. Not sure if you can see that, but they still got some time before they actually start to grow. But over here you'll see the bigger ones, and these are almost ready to grow. I mean, look at these strawberries. I mean, they look absolutely amazing. And as you can see here, how they're all pretty much close together, and which is a good thing also for choking out weeds that will grow in between there. They still have a lamb's quarter in here. And over here I have some tomatoes that I actually planted for the first time up front along with my garden bed. And I'm gonna be I know, right? Our front yard, we're expanding on our front yard, man. Let me show you what I did before I get into what I did with the front yard. So I'm gonna show you how I got started with some of the stuff, because what I did first, let me show you real quick. I started off with something like this, okay? I planted about 2 of them here, 2 seedlings, and then after about a few weeks I put them into something bigger like this, because you know, tomatoes, they love that root space, and they'll grow a lot better growing in something like this until they're ready to be transplanted outside in the garden. I actually did a video of that a few weeks back, which I'm gonna go back and show you guys that right now. So what better way to eat raw foods but to grow it yourself? Booyah, baby. This is what I'm talking about, man. Growing your own foods in your own house. Yes, I have this in my house. This is my own little personal greenhouse effect I got going on. And these are little things that I actually got from BJ's. Just like a local Costco's. I used to have, used to buy spinach in, you know, big containers, plastic containers, and now I use these to put some of my seedlings in there when I start them up, and I cover them up with my little plastic thing to give it that nice little greenhouse effect. So this is something that I'm doing right now. These are all grow lights. I have this hooked up on an adjustable shelving unit, so y'all can actually move these shelves up and down. I have chains hooked up on these things, so that way as the plants get taller, I'll move the chain up or slide the shelf down to give it more room. Now this is only temporary because I'm just growing this inside now before I put them outside in my garden. I'm going to be showing you guys that on a later video, because when you talk about growing your own foods, I personally like doing the square foot gardening technique, which I'll be schooling you guys on that a little later. But you know, when you're growing your own foods, there's nothing that compares with it. You can't find food at the grocery store when it comes to your own tomatoes, your own cucumbers, your own zucchini. There's nothing that compares to it. And I'm talking about growing things from seed, from heirloom. And just in case you don't know, heirloom seeds are the original seeds before they started spraying everything with all these chemicals, all these insecticides, and polluting our soils with fertilizer, which is not natural. These are some of the things that are causing a lot of our health problems in America. So we need to stop all that madness, get back to organic growing, use heirloom seeds, and get back to what we used to do back in the day, man. We used to, you know, have farms. We used to live off the land, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to grow as much of my own stuff as I can with the space that I have available. And then people keep telling me, well, I don't have, you know, I don't have land that I can do anything with, and I'm going to be showing you guys how you can grow stuff in your own pots. So this is just one little phase of what I'm going to be doing, and then I'm going to be moving all this stuff into my garden, into pots, and actually growing food from it, guys. So that's what we did indoors, and I already transplanted the tomato plants in the ground about a couple of days ago. And just so you know, my area has a lot of sandy soil, so one of the things that I do to enrich it is I put humus compost in it, leaf compost in it. I actually add a little bit of glacier rock dust, and I collect my old eggshells, you know, that I've used, and I put them in a bag, and I actually collect them so that I have them throughout the year to actually add to my garden, okay? And what I do is I put them in the blender, mix some water in it, and speed it, blend it through it, and make it as purified and liquefied as possible. Then I add it to the soil. What that does, it adds calcium to your soil and actually will prevent root rot for your tomatoes. In case you don't know what that root rot is, if you look at a tomato and it's black on the bottom of it, you'll start to see that it's got you know, that discoloration, and that's what root rot is, okay? So as you can see here, this is what I have. I have them about a foot apart, and this white stuff, that's exactly what you can kind of see the eggshells, yeah, and it's almost like a powder, okay? And then I just kind of pour water over it. But so I'm gonna see how they do this year. And over here we have my raspberries, we have my goji berries. I actually bought this goji berry locally, and I have a couple of these in pots, and I moved them up front. They all seem to be doing pretty good. They're not fruiting yet, but we'll see how they turn out. And these are all my raspberries. And over here we have a whole bunch of lamb's quarters. Not sure if you guys remember, last year I had a big, huge lamb's quarters tree that was over here, and I basically just let it sit here, and I let all the birds kind of munch on it, and it dropped a lot of seeds. This whole area was covered with lamb's quarters, just like this, only it was all over the place, and I had to basically dig them out. But I'm gonna leave these guys alone and see how they do. Hopefully they won't choke out my raw raspberries. We'll have to see about that. But you know, lamb's quarters are extremely nutritious. I mean, that's why I was like, man, when I started seeing lamb's quarters growing, I'm just going to let them grow, and I'm just going to pick them, throw them into my salads, into my shakes, and they actually taste really good. And let me show you guys some of my other stuff. Over here is another goji berry that I bought. I like to say goji berry, but it didn't do too well. I actually bought this one online on eBay, I think, and I find that it seems to me that most plants do better when you buy them locally. Okay, so if you can buy locally, organically, more power to you. Obviously, you want to do the heirloom seeds as far as the vegetable plants go, because the heirloom goes way back before they started spraying stuff. But yeah, this one's not doing too good, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might just pull them out and put them somewhere else. I don't know. I'm just going to leave him there for now. He's not bothering me, so I'll just go ahead and do that. But I did a lot of got some more trees this year too, so let me go ahead and show you guys my new trees. So we went to the nursery the other day, and I am like a kid in a candy store, man, when I'm at the nursery, because all I do is I see all these fruit trees and all these blueberry bushes and stuff. I don't know, all I want to do is buy up everything. And believe me, if I had like a lot of land, I'd be buying up all kinds of fruit trees, and I don't have that much land. But if anybody can hook a brother up and hook me up with some land. Trust me, I would have never bought this house years ago if I would have been where I'm at now, you know, because I bought a big house, not that much land. Now I'll be like, let me get like at least 5 acres, man, so I can just have my own fruit orchard, my own vineyard, lots of land to plant more fruits and other, you know,
not
vegetables.
For wine, though.
Not for wine. No. I don't drink the wine anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with drinking wine, you know. I drank too much, so I had to stop it, you know. But let me show you my fruit trees real quick. This is a peach tree. They were actually both supposed to be peach trees, miniature peach trees, so they're only going to grow for about 4 feet tall, and that is it. But look at all the different fruits that are on here, and as you can see, this is got that fuzz, you know, that fruit peach trees got that fuzz on it. Now this is supposed to be a peach tree, but I think it's a nectarine, because that's got a smooth surface, almost like a plum tree. And so, you know, I'm going to leave them the way it is now. I'm not going to plant them in the ground because I've learned from the past that it's going to go through too much of a shock if I put them in the ground now. So I'm going to just let them fruit out and then plant them later. All right, enough of me talking all that yin yang. I'm out of here, y'all. But y'all need to hop on this train. I'm talking about the sustainability train. Peace. Choo choo. You know, like the crazy train. I tried to drive the train, you know. You like my hair? It's very nice.